Hello, hello, hello. This is Jan Joy Hoath here. I'm the Joy Mentor. I'm creator of the Happiness Prism, and I help successful women who have lost their joy on the way to their success. I help them reclaim that and come home to their higher selves. And in my work with these amazing clients of mine, I do have 5 non-negotiables when it comes to self-care in service of that mental well-being that we hear about. It's so buzzy, right? So here we go. Number 1, first and foremost, my leading virtue is play. Play, play, play. As I teach it, it's joy in motion. And it's all about the intention of joy just for the sake of joy and no other agenda. And yet the outcome is phenomenal. Thankfully, all the scientific studies have been showing that having play in your life is really like non-negotiable. It promotes brain development, healing, it promotes overall healing, it creates connection, you're more creative. So many things happen when you are in your play that it is absolutely a requirement for your mental well-being. Number 2, I call it the pause. It can be meditation, it can be prayer, it's whatever you want to call it, but it's taking that quiet time. Absolutely non-negotiable when you work with me, but it's really, you hear it all over. People talk about mindfulness, meditation, taking quiet time, but it's absolutely necessary. I consider it's like the clutch. You know, when you're shifting gears in a car that is stick shift, you have to pause to switch gears. Same thing for you and your well-being. Sometimes we need to have that pause to reflect, to integrate, to regroup, and it's in that pause that a lot of times we get the quiet answers that don't come to us when we're in the constant doing and grind of the world. Number 3, non-negotiable, movement, and preferably outside where you can connect with the nature too. It's kind of like a 2-for-1. But the idea of movement is, yes, we all know exercise is great for us, but it helps move energy, whether we're in a great place or whether we're feeling the heaviness, the stress of the world, whether we're conscious to it or not. We are all energetic beings and we pick up energies off of other people. And by moving, you can help move that energy out of your space, and even more so, I just looked outside. When you're outside, you collect the beautiful healing aspects of nature and all the elements. Won't get into all of that, but you already know. You've heard it in other places. This is really nothing new, that nature is naturally healing and calming and serving. And so when you move in nature, you get that 2-for-1, like I said. The 4th aspect that I encourage my clients around is nutrition. Now, it's a personal agenda, absolutely, but what I can say is in my own experience, as I have removed alcohol from my world, I've removed dairy from my world, I've removed gluten from my world, and just those particular aspects, I'm cleaner and clearer in my body. I notice that I don't have that afternoon crash. I notice that I just feel better in general. And I recall in times where I used to have my stomach in knots and it would take me out, right? Like when your body is not receptive to your joy, your mental well-being, and even the aforementioned aspects of play and pause and movement, it's like Maslow's hierarchy of needs, where it's really hard to function at your optimal and definitely not at your mental well-being state. Now, the 5th one is sleep. Also, again, something that you've probably all heard of, and yet I want to encourage you that this is number 5 because all the other steps that I've shared with you are contributing to better sleep. But I will tell you, and even my husband will agree, that we actually require a lot more sleep than we realized. I'm actually like an 8 to 9 hour a night girl and huge promoter of naps. But the idea of sleep is really allowing your body to regroup. And then there's a whole bunch of spiritual things that happen while you sleep. Won't get into all of that here, but I just want to assure you, whatever you practice or believe in, there's a lot more going on than scientists can even prove. So to understand that sleep's gotta be a priority, and quality sleep, keeping the screens out of the room, and don't reach for your screen first thing. This might not again be new, but I'm here to lovingly remind you that it makes a huge difference when you can even actually wake up without an alarm like I do. You can wake up naturally and support your body in its own rhythm and requirements. It's pretty darn magical. Now, I want to thank you for tuning in for my favorite non-negotiable self-care requirements, and I would love to hear from you. Please feel free to reach out to me at janhoath.com, and in the meantime, I just wish you a beautiful mental well-being and joyful journey. Bye for now.